Development and Cultural Ministry Finance Indonesia. Their insight highlight the global and interdisciplinary relevance of halal ecosystem research. In addition to the main conference, we are proud to host a special workshop. The title, Transcending Border, Transforming Discipline, a workshop for collaborative excellent research among Asia countries. This workshop focused on fostering multilateral excellent research across borders in discipline. The keynote speakers are Dr. Titi Krespati, DSG MSPh, Secretary of Research and Community Service Institution, Unisba, and Yosi Yeptridaro, DBL PhD, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Golden State College, Philippines. Delegates from Indonesia and Philippines, representing different disciplines ranging from public health and management to education, criminology, and law. This workshop embodies the conference spirit of collaboration and knowledge change across Asia, ensuring that the outcome of BAIC extend beyond papers and presentation to real international partnership. From this conference and its accompanying workshop, we anticipate stronger academic network across Asia and Asia, new cross-disciplinary and cross-border collaboration, practical policy recommendation integrating halal value with sustainability, document best practice for replication, and broader scholarly contribution to international publication. The organizing committee expressed heartfelt gratitude to the Rector Universitas Islam Bandung, represented by Vice Rector 2, Professor Dr. Ati Daria, M.Sc, M.Sc, keynote speaker and workshop facilitator, co-host institution and supporting partner, and all participants was present and contribution make this event possible. Ladies and gentlemen, Bandung Annual International Conference 2025 is not just a conference, but a movement uniting science, policy, and community service with Islamic value for a sustainable halal future. May this conference and this workshop be certainly of ethical, inclusive, and globally relevant innovation. With that, I conclude this official report from this organizing committee. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please give a round of applause to Prof. Neni. And once again, we express our sincere gratitude to Prof. Neni for her report and also insightful welcoming speech. Ladies and gentlemen, we now extend our invitation to the podium for the delivery of a welcoming speech and the official opening of the 8th Bandung Annual International Conference 2025. Please join me in welcoming the Vice Rector to Unisba, Professor Dr. Ati Rohaiti Daria, S.A., M.Sc. Time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Robi sohri sodri wa yasiri amli wa udata milisane yabkahul kauli. Distinguished guests, Your Excellency, Chairman of the Research and Community Services, audience, and academic leaders, our respected keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Aboobaker from Standing Committee India, Kimberly Jane B. Surmeon from Halal Central College, Philippines, Professor Dr. Tasya Aspiranti from Universitas Islam Bandung, and Riko Amir STMT from Ministry of Finance Indonesia. Fellow researchers, participants, ladies and gentlemen, First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Research and Community Services Institute of Universitas Islam Bandung for organizing this outstanding academic forum, the 8th Bandung Annual International Conference, BAIC 2025, which proudly hosts two significant symposia, the 8th Science and Technology Research Symposium SIRES and the 8th Social and Humanities Research Symposium SORES. It is a great honor for me, on behalf of the Rector of Universitas Islam Bandung, to warmly welcome all of you, our distinguished speakers, participants, and collaborators from across nations and disciplines. This year marks the 8th consecutive year that we have organized this prestigious conference. Over the years, BAIC has become a strategic platform that brings together scientists, scholars, and participants to share insight and advanced knowledge across a field. For BAIC 2025, we are proud to raise the operating theme Halal Ecosystem and Sustainability, a visionary alignment that emphasizes how the development of a comprehensive halal ecosystem can significantly contribute to ensuring sustainability across economic and environmental dimension. These two concepts are deeply interconnected. A well-structured halal ecosystem is not just a meeting religious or ethical standard. It is also a framework that promotes transparency, traceability, fairness, and long-term value creation, hallmark of sustainable itself. In this context, the halal ecosystem offers a model that fosters sustainable development through collaborative networks of producers, distributors, regulators, services providers, researchers, and consumers, all bound by shared value and responsible governance. To deepen this discourse, BAIC 2025 featured two thematic symposia. SIRES bring forward the theme Technology for Sustainable Development, highlighting how the frontier technology contributes to reshape our technological landscape. From halal product authentication to smart logistic and risk analytic, frontier technology will be an enabler in strengthening halal industry in a sustainable way. SORES takes pressing theme sustainable supply chain management, a vital area in today's global economy, especially in addressing environmental, social, and ethical challenges. In halal industry, particularly in food, fashion, and pharmaceutical, the supply chain plays a pivotal role in maintaining integrity, reducing environmental footprint, and enhancing social equity. In particular, I would like to emphasize again how the halal ecosystem is formed through interconnected value chains, linking producer, retailers, financial institutions, government bodies, and academia. Within this complex yet unified system, research and innovation play a crucial role in ensuring continuous improvement, policy responsiveness, and stakeholder engagement. At UNISBA, we are deeply committed to this cause. As an Islamic higher education institution, we carry the vision to become a leading Islamic university in Asia by 2033. One of our key missions toward this vision is to become a pioneer in the halal health industry. We have developed a strategic master plan to guide our term action in education, research, innovation, and community engagement in this sector. Thus, we hope that through BAIC 2025, we will not only exchange scholarly insight, but also ignite inspiration, motivation, and collaboration to advance sustainable and halal ecosystem, especially in the domain of science, technology, and social transformation. Before I conclude, allow me to extend my deepest appreciation to the organizing committee for their hard work, dedication, and professionalism in preparing this event. Your contribution is invaluable to the success of BAIC 2025. Once again, thank you Thank you all for being part of this conference. May this event bring fruitful discussion, strong network, and impactful outcome for the betterment of society, academia, and the global community. With the recitation of Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I hereby declare the 8th Bandung Annual International Conference 2025 officially open. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to our Vice Rector. And Prof. Ati, could you please stay on stage? Because ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching the most symbolic and vibrant moment to today's ceremony, which is the official opening of the international conference. And we invite, beside Prof. Ati, the Vice Rector of Unisba, we would like to invite Prof. Neni as the head of the Research and Community Service or LPPM Unisba. And also we would like to invite all speakers on stage. Professor Dr. K.A. Aboobaker and also Kimberly Jane B. Surmeon and Professor Dr. Tasya Aspiranti S.A. M.Sc. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, please take your positions. Yeah. And now to honor our shared heritage and also energize the spirit of this gathering, we would like to proceed with the traditional kendang opening performance. So let's prepare to begin. On the count of 5, the kendang will be struck together. 4, 3, 2, 1, please. Okay, please give a round of applause for this official opening of the 8th Bandung Annual International Conference 2025 at El Hotel Bandung, Indonesia. Okay, thank you. And also now let's capture this special moment with a group photo. Okay, Prof. Aboobaker, please could you stay on stage because we'd like to continue with the group photo. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And also next, we would like to invite all deans and also vice deans here. Please join me on stage to capture this moment. Yeah. Please, all VIP guests, including moderator and Prof. Ina, please. Yeah. Okay. And also all delegates from Philippines, please come forward and join us in front of, on stage, sorry. Yes, please. And also, sir, yeah. Could you please join us on stage? Yeah, okay. Once again, please, all deans of faculties at Unisba, join us on stage to capture this moment. Yeah, Pak Zikron, please. And also, yeah, all good? Okay, on the count, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more, okay, one more shot. One more shot. Okay, one more shot. Please give your best smile. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, could you please give one more shot with U shape, please? Yeah, U shape means Unisba or Unggul. Okay, thank you. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. Once again, please give a round of applause for our VIP guests. And also, once again, we'd like we would like to capture another photo session. Now please step down from the stage and move to the front. Yeah, please move to the front. Boleh Bapak Ibu silakan untuk berpindah dulu, ya berdiri menghadap ke panggung. Ya, okay. Please move to the front, standing in a straight row facing the audience. So we will take the next photo from above of the stage. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And also we'd like to invite all audience to stand. Kami mohon semua hadirin untuk berdiri. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's make this photo of symbol of unity, knowledge, and also an international collaboration. Okay, please, you can raise your hand if you want, and also you can give us your best smiles. Okay, the first shot in 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay. Lagi? Okay. Okay, please give your U shape. With your right hand. Yeah, okay. Not sarangeo, yeah, but U shape, okay? Thank you. Yeah, okay. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please give a round of applause for our event, the 8th Bandung Annual International Conference 2025. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have captured this wonderful moment together, we are delighted to move into the next important part of our ceremony by the signing of a MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding between Unisba and also Golden State College, Philippines. Please join us in welcoming Professor Dr. Ati Rohaiti Dariah M.Sc, representing Director of Unisba. Please come forward, and also Yoshi Yap Tirador, DBA PhD, representing Golden State College, Philippines. We kindly invite both of you to step forward and take your position. Okay? Yeah. Okay, and now please show the document in front of the camera. Okay. Let's capture this moment in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. Please give a round of applause for Unisba and also Golden State College University, Philippines. Okay. Once again, a huge round of applause for both parties, please. Please give a round of applause for both parties. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we are moving to the one that we have been waiting for. It's giving a small gift from Unisba to Golden State College, Philippines. Okay, another gift? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Boleh Bapak sebentar, tolong ditahan dulu untuk mindahin mejanya. Baik. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. Please give a round of applause for both parties, Unisba and also Golden State College in Philippines. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we wish partnership will bring lasting benefits in education and also research and cultural exchange for years to come. Okay, thank you, Prof. Ati, and also Yoshi Yap Tirador, DBA PhD. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, now we are moving to the one that we have been waiting for. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of participants here that just cannot wait all speakers' stories and also experiences. So we come to our main program, which is plenary session, who will be led by our beloved moderator. And allow me to introduce our moderator. So our moderator is Dr. Raden Anita Indrianti M.Sc. She is a dedicated academic and researcher in the field of pharmacology, serving as a permanent lecturer and currently Vice Dean 2 at the Faculty of Medicine, Unisba. She holds a doctorate in pharmacology from Universitas Pajajaran, Indonesia, and completed in just 5 semesters, earning her title of fastest PhD, graduate in 2023. She also earned her master's in health sciences and her medical doctorate degree from the same institution, which is UNPAD, and also building a strong foundation in both clinical and research expertise. And with over 15 years of teaching and leadership experience, Dr. Anita has shaped medical education in several institutions across Indonesia, so including Universitas Riau and Academic Kebidanan Borneo, Medistra, and also her commitment to academic excellence was recognized with the Most Disciplined Lecturer Award during Unisba's 19th anniversary celebration. And also, another thing about our moderator today, so her research focuses on the therapeutic potential of plants and their interaction with pharmaceutical drugs. Notably, her recent work explores the anti-cancer effect of Imperata cylindrica root extract combined with erlotinib, as well as the safety profiles of herbal medicine, including nephrotoxicity studies in animal models. And also, she also a co-author of 2 important publication, which is COVID-19 and alternative use of vitamins and herbal medicine and emergency and disaster relief medicine, contributing vital knowledge to public health and clinical practice. And also the last thing about Dr. Anita is not only a scholar, but she is a passionate educator committed to advancing science, healthcare, and also sustainable healing, making her a truly inspiring figure in the academic and medical community. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to our beloved moderator, Dr. Raden Anita Indrayanti, M.Sc.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Yusuf, for the nice introduction. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, honorable speakers, our esteemed guests, and distinguished colleagues, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to here today in 8th Bandung Annual International Conference. My name is Anita, and I will be your host and moderator for today's event. It is an honor for me to be here in the presence of so many talented and dedicated, amazing individuals, each of whom will bring their own perspective and unique expertise in this discussion. As we know that the halal ecosystem is one of the Unisba special scope, and it consists of complex network for many kind of sectors such as businesses, institution, government, and non-government sector. So by working together and learning from one another, we can achieve great things and make a positive impact for our communities. And for today's and this morning, we will have 4 amazing speakers and that will enrich and broaden our knowledge from different kind of perspective. First, we have Professor Dr. K.A. Aboobaker. Please give applause for him. He is a chairman from M.Sc, Standing Committee on Engineering and Architecture College in Kuttipuram, India. And we have Miss Kimberly from Holy Child Central College, Philippines. Please give applause for her. And then we have Prof. Tasya Aspiranti. She is chair of Doctoral Program in Management, Unisba Indonesia. And also we have Mr. Riko Amir STMT that will join us via Zoom session. Without further ado, let's begin our first speaker. May I invite Professor Dr. Aboobaker to take place on stage, please. Okay, can you please the curriculum vitae of Professor Dr. Aboobaker? Yes. May I highlight the curriculum vitae of Professor Aboobaker. His education background start from Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering in 1970 and continue his Master of Science in Structural Engineering in 1979, Prof. And then got his professional doctorate in construction management at Mumbai, and then PhD in project management at Colombo in 2010. His professional experience, he is now a professional in construction management and structural engineering with more than 52 years of experience. Can you imagine, audience, 52 years of experience? Now, please, you may proceed your presentation right now, about 20 minutes, Prof.
Oh, my person. Okay, will you give me the screen mover?
Oh, yeah. Ada pointer?
Can I move the screen from here? Yeah. They will be moving, is it not? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم. الصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Distinguished speakers, members from the university, delegates for the conference, my friend Engineer Habibullah from India, a very good morning to all of you. First of all, let me thank you all for inviting us to this university in Indonesia, a very beautiful land, to attend this August symposium. We are honored to be here. In fact, I've been to Indonesia 10 years back for a consultancy in Sumbawa Island. We have many similarities. Yesterday when we passed through Bandung city, there was rain, and it's just like any of the city in Kerala. So that has much similarity. The subject you have selected is Halal Ecosystem and Sustainability. You know, in our second chapter of Holy Quran, the verse 168 says that we should we should consume only lawful things, and there should be ethics in our life. So this subject is deeply economic, social, and environmental. Now I'll come to from where I come from. I am coming from India, the most largest democracy in the world, the most populous country. Yeah. The most populous country. We have got 1.44 billion people, and we have got a diverse geography, diverse culture. We have 22 languages in our country with 2,000 plus dialects. And all major religions are in India. India ranks third in halal export. after Brazil and Australia. I think now it has come up, and it is the second largest halal exports in the world. So I am coming from the southern state of India, that is Kerala. You say province, and it is blessed with lakes, rivers, hill stations, waterfalls, beaches, greenery. It's also a very good tourist destination, just like Bandung. I understand that Bandung is a very good tourist attraction. People say Kerala is as a God's own country. We have got 600 kilometers of coastal area, coastal belt. And our literacy is 96.2. It's the largest literacy, the most literate state in India is Kerala. 96.2% is our literacy rate. And we follow sustainable practices. We have got organic farming, we follow responsible tourism, renewable energy also we follow. Day before yesterday, we started from the Cochin International Airport. That airport is fully, will you please give me some what yes, that, yeah, thank you. That airport is fully powered by solar energy, and they have got more energy than what is required for that big airport. And this is the first fully solar powered airport in the world, all of the world. We are setting a global benchmark for sustainable infrastructure. Then I will say a few words about MES, Muslim Education Society. It started in 1964. It has at present more than 20,000 members. We have 150 institutions, out of which 13 institutions are professional colleges, and we have 22 arts and science colleges, 75 schools. More than 1 lakh students are studying in all our campuses, and 10,000 employees are there in our payrolls. We have got, our present asset is almost $1.2 billion US. More than 750 acres, that is more than 300 hectares of land is in our campuses. Altogether, we have that much. And this is our Dr. P.K. Abdul Ghafoor, who is the inspiration and the guiding light for all MES members. He only established this, he only brought this idea of Muslim Education Society. He was a professor in a medical college, he's a neurologist, he's a physician, and he resigned his job to form this Muslim Education Society, because on those days, 60 years back, in Kerala, especially the northern part of Kerala, the Muslim ladies are mostly uneducated. So he wanted to take them to the right path. For that, he has established this Muslim Education Society. We have got, I have already told you, we have got 150 institutions, and out of that, 5 institutions are engineering streams and 5 medical streams are there. All these things are there. That 150 institutions you can see. You can see in the board, sorry. So these are the institutions, you can just see. We have 150 institutions altogether. And these are the These are the photos of some of our institutions. The first one is MES College of Engineering and Technology, MES College of Engineering, that is at Kuttipuram. And with that institute, we have made a memorandum of association. And the second one on the right side is the medical college. Our president, Dr. Faisal Ghafoor, he happens to be, he is the son of our founder. He is the director of that medical college, Dr. Faisal Ghafoor. And the other institutions, other photos are some of the engineering colleges, arts and science colleges, where all other colleges are having very beautiful buildings. And this is the photo of the engineering college, MES Engineering College Kuttipuram, with whom we have a memorandum of understanding, memorandum of association. This institution situates in a very picturesque surroundings, and it is a very greenery place. A big river is flowing on the side, and you can see the bridge. That is the highway bridge, and it is well connected, and it's a very beautiful. Everybody comes to the campus, likes the campus very much, and hope the people come from here also like that campus very much. So this college was established in 1994. It is the first self-financing engineering college in Kerala. All the colleges, before that, all the colleges was funded by the government. The first self-financing colleges, now there are so many self-financing, 100 and more than 100 self-financing colleges in Kerala. This is the first one to start in Kerala. We have got 7 undergraduate courses. BARC is there, and BTech in Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Civil Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering, Computer Science and Cyber Security, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Electrical and Electronics Engineering. And we have got 7 MBA courses also. We have 7 postgraduate courses also. MBA, MCA, MArch in Sustainable Architecture, MTech in Computer Science, Instrumentation and Control Systems, Construction Engineering Management, Communication Engineering and Signal Processing. These are the important courses, graduate and postgraduate courses. We have also have PhD, 5 PhD streams. One is in Computer Science, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, ECE, Civil Engineering and Physics. We have got 2,500 plus students in the campus, 250 plus staffs, including 150 teaching staff are in the campus. Our campus, our college is National Accreditation Board has accredited our campus, and we have got the accreditation of National Assessment and Accreditation Council with A grade. And Active Technology Business Incubator is there, and we have got active chapters on almost all professional bodies like Institute of Engineers, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, Electrical Energy Conservation Club, American Society of Civil Engineers, Innovation Entrepreneur Development Center, National Service Scheme, Community Development Club, Scheme for Promoting Interest, Creativity and Ethics among Students, and Indian Congate Institute. Now come to Halal. Today's subject is Halal. Halal is Arabic word, as you know. It is what is permissible. What is permissible refers to practices and products compliant with Islamic principle Sharia. Core values are purity, justice, ethical conduct, fairness, and responsibility. Beyond religious compliance, it embodies animal welfare, environmental sustainability, hygiene, and social justice. Closely aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, good health, well-being, that is SDG 3, responsible consumption, SDG 12, and climate action, SDG 13. It is our Halal is almost same as the Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations. The halal ecosystem. When we hear about halal, people think that halal is about food to be consumed. But it goes beyond that. Halal practices extend far beyond food, including finance, ethical banking, fairness, risk sharing, tourism, faith-sensitive, ethical hospitality, logistic, integrity in supply chains, pharmaceutical, cosmetics, safe, substance-free products, fashion, modest, ethical, climate-conscious designs, construction and infrastructure, ethical sourcing, eco-friendliness, media, fairness, integrity, responsibility. A lifestyle framework integrating values of faith, ethics, and sustainability. That is halal ecosystem. Then halal and sustainability, shared values. Both emphasize ethical, responsible, and balancing living. Shared principles, purity. Purity means cleanliness in products, process versus ecological purity. Justice, fairness in trade, labor, resources versus social equity. And balance, mizan, is harmony in ecosystem and economics. Halal and sustainability provide a holistic framework that bridges faith-based ethics with modern development practices. Strong alignment with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, protection of life, reduction of inequality, environmental and stewardship. At a first glance, halal and sustainability might appear a separate concern, religious dietary laws versus environmental or social policy, but they are deeply interconnected through shared ethical foundation. Then preserving divine balance. Preserving divine balance. Several times in Quran it is stated about this balance. In Quran it is stated that all hills and mountains, they are pegs to balance the earth. So unless we can see that when you pass through the roads, we can see that certain mountains and hills are taken away for making roads and like that. So that is affecting the entire, for construction of buildings also, some people level the entire mountain, and that's not the correct practice. That is against the ecological, that will affect the ecological balance. God has made the ecological balance by creating the mountains and the hills. So that should be the concept of mizan or balance is fundamental principle in Islam, reflected a creation's design. The Quran 55:7-9 states, "Is Allah raised the heavens and established the balance to prevent transgression or harm." We should not harm such things which are made by God Almighty. One of the most vivid examples of this balance is the mountains described as pegs, which stabilize the earth and prevent it from shaking excessively. So for us, this divine balance translates into a moral and practical obligation to preserve ecological and social equilibrium in infrastructure development. This means that designing projects that do not disturb geological stability or exploit resources or create social imbalance. Then wastefulness is forbidden, israf, it is forbidden. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, indeed, the wasteful are the brothers of devils. And this Quran explicitly condemns wastefulness, Surah 17:27, stating that indeed the wasteful are the brothers of devils. The declaration emphasizes how seriously Islam views the prudent and moderate use of resources. Wastefulness leads to environmental degradation and is contrary to the ethical mandates of the faith. Then Islamic ethics demand moderation and responsible consumption. Circular economy, we can reuse or recycle the things once used. That way we should not waste reduction critical in resource management, construction and infrastructure sections. Halal supply chains, when properly managed, reduce waste, promote recycling and encourage sustainable agriculture. Applying these ethics helps preserve resources, reduce pollution and create systems that are environmentally responsible and socially just. Teachers from Prophet Muhammad. If the hour is about to be established, the one you hold as seedling, you should plant it. Provided clear guidance on carrying the environment that remains relevant today. He said, if the hour is about to come, moreover, he discouraged wasting of water, even when abundant, instructing moderation and respect of resources. These teachings encourage us to integrate planting, conservation, and responsible resources management into our daily lives and infrastructure projects, making them sustainable and ethical. By following prophetic examples, we embrace a holistic approach that combines faith, environmental care, and social responsibility. Halal logistics ensuring compliance and sustainability. Core principles of this halal logistic manages supply chain strictly adhering to Islamic law, Sharia, ensuring goods remain pure, uncontaminated, and ethically handled throughout transit, storage, and delivery. Uses of dedicated storages and transport to separate halal and from non-halal goods follows global halal standards with certified trained personnel. Leverage advanced technology for tracking and transparency. Reflects Islamic values of justice, balance, and stewardship aligned with UN Sustainable Development Goals, and requires strong infrastructure for compliance, affordability, and accessibility worldwide. Halal logistics embodies Islamic ethics, justice, balance, mizan, and stewardship, closely aligned with SDG on responsible consumption, climate action, and social equality and health. Infrastructure focus, robust, purpose-built facilities, intermodal networks, backed by innovation, ensure halal goods are compliant, affordable, and accessible globally. Halal construction, green building, practical foundations. Design and build and strict affordance, adherence to the halal ethic, ensuring environmental responsibility, social accountability on every project. Implement energy efficient systems, water conservation, waste reduction to meet both halal and green building standards. Ensure clear documentation and audit trials for accountability. Knowing every material and process aligns with Islamic and sustainability criteria. Approach projects with a mindset of long-term stewardship, balancing cost and ethical impact right from planning to handing over. So in construction also we have to follow the ethical methods, ecological balance should be kept, and rainwater harvesting is a very good method to conserve water. Integrating halal and green building practices. I'll stop it. So apply holistic site planning, choose locations ethically, ensure minimum environmental disturbance, obtain all land legally, source local certified halal compliant materials to reduce carbon footprint and support local economies. Adopt strict labor policies, enforce safe working conditions, fair wages, and prevent forced child labor on site. Respond to market demands by delivering buildings that meet both modern sustainability certificates and Sharia compliance, increasing asset value and community trust. So, yeah. So, sustainable execution halal construction projects use verified suppliers who provide sustainable halal approved materials free from prohibited substances. Prioritize indoor environmental quality, select non-toxic materials, ensure effective ventilation, and maintain good air quality for occupant health. I have a doubt when I came to Sambhava some 10 years back, I resided in a royal house. At that house, in our bedroom, there was no ventilation. And I don't know whether that is a pattern here followed. I don't know. Okay. So give better ventilation. Incorporate waste management protocols and optimize resources used to reduce cost, environmental impact on site. Engage with community stakeholders to ensure project deliver social benefits, inclusivity and improved quality of life. Implement ongoing training and audits for staff to maintain high halal and sustainability standards throughout construction and facility operations. Halal sustainability, energy, water, and waste. Use local renewable energy to cut emissions. Support R&D and clean energy solution. Conserve water, harvest rain in tropical areas. Manage water responsibly, following stewardship values. Reduce, recycle, and manage waste smartly. Control plastic use, invest in waste solutions. Now, all the wastes are wealth. It is said that all wastes are wealth. You can convert all wastes to wealth. There are schemes, projects there in India. So, promote mindful consumption and waste reduction. Collaborate on innovations to improve recycling. Now, okay. I will finish now. Now I'll come to the MES once again. We have built, MES has built all the 150 institutions on halal basis only. We have not borrowed any capital on interest. We have got land or money on sataka. And people of personal loan also we have collected, but that is repaid without any interest. So that's the way we consider all the institutions. I'll go fast. Okay. And now we are, after the, I have told that 60 years back, Muslim women were not coming up for the colleges. Now, more than 50% students in all the colleges are Muslim women. And in some of the colleges, in one of my architectural colleges, in this admission, 32 students have joined the college. Of that, 30 are girls, only 2 boys are there, and all the 30 are Muslim girls. That's a thing that has happened. That's only because of this MES. And we are giving scholarship. We are helping the poor students to study. We are giving scholarship up to 75% the approved fees. And there's a condition also. That's why we made it sustainable. How we made it sustainable is that when we give scholarship to a student to study, when he or she pass out, he should sponsor one student in the college. In that way, we made it sustainable also. So this is a sustainable model. In that, MES Oh, time is like. So this is a sustainable model. So I will just 1 minute. Okay. sustainable finance models, MES bills, infrastructure interest-free, and no bank loans we have taken, I have already told you. And Indonesia and India has many common matters. Some of the islands of Indonesia is very similar to Kerala, and Lombok Island is, I think, almost Kerala. And our income is from fisheries. Your income is from fisheries, agriculture, rice, coconut, spices, and latex. That is our income source. I think your income source is also almost same. And we have got long coastal line. Similar construction requirements are here, and tropical climate in both the countries. And tourism is another source of income for all of us. Then avenues for collaboration. We can have a construction consultancy. I have told you that I come to Sambhava Island for a consultancy of a medical university. We can have IT consultancy also. Student exchange can be done. Faculty exchange can be done. Internship program can be done. Then many online events can be done. And there ends my slide. And once again I thank this university for inviting us to come over here and deliver this talk. Thank you all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah, thank you very much for your brief and enriching presentation, Prof, about halal ecosystem. Okay, for the audience that has a question, please be patient, and we have to wait until our last speaker. Let's continue with our second speaker. Please, I invite Ms. Kimberly Jen Surmeon to be on stage. Yeah, let's see the CV of Ms. Kimberly Jen Surmeon. Thank you. Is there her CV? Can be presented? Okay. As an outline, her education background, she started Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy until 2016, and then she continued her Master of Science in Pharmacy until 2023, and she is still ongoing as a Doctor of Philosophy in Pharmacy at Manila. And her professional experience, she built a strong professional foundation in academic and pharmaceutical sectors. She currently serves as a program head of the pharmacy department, and most recently as a pharmacy research coordinator in 2024. And she also has expanded her practice as a pharmacy consultant at DS Pharmacy since 2020. Okay, the time is 20 minutes. Ms. Kimberly, the stage is yours.
So I would like to greet everyone a pleasant morning, and I would like to thank UNISBA and for inviting us here. On behalf of Dr. Winfiler, he really wanted to go here, but there are important matters that he had to deal with in Sweden. So on behalf of Holy Child Central Colleges, we are happy to be here, and we are thankful for the warm welcome you have given to us. So for a brief background, it is not included in my CV, but I can see a lot of young people here, so I would like to encourage them to pursue graduate program earlier at an early age, because like me, I'm only 29 years old, but I'm doing my PhD already, and it's not included, but there are, I think, 10. I already have 10 publications, and I have pending publications for pharmacy, or they are all for pharmacy, and I have also pending publication from other reputable journals. So it's really good to start young. So yeah, I'm still young, but you can, if you started young, you can do it, and you could influence other people doing it also. So that is one thing that I would like to encourage you. And a little background of our previous, of my school. Holy Child Central Colleges is a privately owned school in Surala, South Cotabato. So we're in Mindanao, so we're a lot closer to you here in Indonesia. But the markers of our school is that most of our students are from poor, marginalized communities, and we are helping them go international by having our collaborative online learning at our school. So even if they cannot afford tickets, but they can learn from people in Thailand, people in Hawaii. They can. We are also next semester. The pharmacy program will be having COIL program from pharmacy department of Malaysia and 2 schools from India. So even if our students cannot go abroad, but the learning that they will be having and the same as abroad, but they could experience it in our campus. So for the topic that was given to us is really broad. So I was only focusing about research, the halal sustainability in research. So pardon me if there are times that I could be passionate, because when I'm doing research, I really do the groundwork. I talk to farmers, I talk to communities, I talk to government officials. What can we do to sustain this program? Because the problem with, I think our problem in Indonesia and the Philippines is the same, that we are given a lot of budget, but how can that grants for research, but how can that grants become sustainable? So I'll be giving you some ideas on how we are doing it, because as of now, I'm a partner of the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, and we have a grant from the USA to preserve and to preserve the rice culture of Lake Cebu. So, and also we are also planning to apply for another US grant about environmental sustainability on pharmaceuticals. Okay, so let us proceed. So for the global demands in the global landscape of halal economy growth. So in the US, it's the 2 trillion USD in 2020 and projected to reach US 7.7 trillion by 2025. The reason of it, because a lot of people nowadays really wanted to pursue cruelty-free products, not just in the food, but also in pharmaceuticals and cosmetics. There are a lot of pharmaceutical industry nowadays that, and more especially cosmetics, that are pursuing cruelty-free products. So they did not know that they are actually practicing halal. So, and next we have the halal pharmaceutical market is valued 117.6 billion USD, because in the pharmaceutical industry, we are trying to change the type of medication that we are making. So we are doing it to be inclusive. For example, the capsules that are being manufactured now, most especially if it is from Malaysia and India, they are made from seaweeds. They are not made from porcine or beef derivatives. They are made from seaweeds. So, and also there are a lot of testing done to animals for research that are being converted to, instead of doing it to animals, we are doing it in the laboratory. So halal cosmetics valued at 47.7 billion in 2024. So a key driver behind this halal industry growth is the growing Muslim population and their adherence to halal practices, and additionally, the demand for halal products extends beyond the Muslim population, with halal items gaining the popularity globally due to their perceived cruelty-free and eco-friendly practices. So the national strategies for developing halal further bolsters the sector's growth because of Indonesia mandating it that all their food, pharmaceuticals, and travel is going to be halal. There is a mandatory law for halal in Indonesia. So we are able to pursue these initiatives and enhance the production and accessibility of halal products and services. So simultaneously, the halal industry is embracing technology, witnessing a sustainable increase in the effort to establish a halal digital ecosystem through online connections, platforms, and services. So if we are going to look into Malaysia. Malaysia is ranked #1 in the halal food and travel, and they rank second in halal pharmaceuticals because they are focusing more on cruelty-free sources of their food and pharmaceuticals. So regulations in shaping. So Indonesia's mandatory halal certification. So companies must provide research alternatives to non-halal ingredients. So we are more on plant-based now or enzyme-based so that we cannot, for it to be ethical. So in Malaysia, their master plan to 2023 is to prioritize halal-based and research development linked to their sustainability. So a brief background. These are the major principles of halal. So first we have Tawhid, or the unity of God and Khalifa. These theological concepts establish that human role as a trustee of the earth's resources and responsible for their care and protection, which directly influences research design towards responsible use. So in Tawhid, if we are going to apply it into research, wait. Okay, I saw it already. So in Tawhid, if we are going to apply it into research, the application would be more on ethical research integrity. It is more ensuring accuracy, transparency, and honesty in publishing our results. And also avoiding data fabrication or plagiarism because it violates the unity of truth. And another is the wholesome and purposeful innovation, conducting research and development that benefits the society and avoids harmful outcomes. So example, research on halal pharmaceuticals not only meet halal standards, but also ensure tayyib, the safety, quality, and its wholesomeness. And another of it is sustainability. For a research to become sustainable, for example, you discovered a certain plant that contains anti-cancer activities. So for that plant to be not extinct or to be used, what we are doing is we encourage farmers, we partner with local governments so that they could fund our research and provide livelihood to those farmers so that even if the research is over, the community is still benefiting from our research. Next, for Khalifa, this is more on the sustainable practices in laboratories like reducing chemical waste, using green chemistry, and recycling lab materials. So for example, we are using more on biodegradable halal packaging, like nowadays we are using cornstarch, sugarcane, bagis to reduce plastic waste because nowadays we are using more on the materials that can be easily biodegradable, so that after use they could be, even if they are thrown outside, but they can degrade on their own. So next we have animal welfare and experiments, minimizing animal testing and using alternatives when possible, like in vitro or computer simulated models for halal cosmetic. But for what I have learned from my professor in India, in PhD, they are, for toxicological tests, they are not using more animals, but they are using simulation laboratories. They are doing it digitally. They are not doing it directly to our animals. So next we have halalan, tayyiban, or permission and wholesomeness. These principles go beyond mere permissibility to emphasize wholesomeness. Research must ensure products and process are not only free from forbidden elements, but are also safe, hygienic, nutritious, and wholesome for human health and the environment. So its application for food science and technology. So we are more on researching plant-based or microbial alternatives for non-halal production. For example, we are developing micro-rennet for halal cheese instead of calf rennet, or ensuring safety and nutrition in halal certified foods like fortified halal products that are iron-rich, enriched flour to Muslim communities with anemia. So that is what other countries are doing now. And for pharmaceuticals, ensuring drugs, vaccines, and supplements are halal and safe, they are replacing porcine gelatin capsules with HPMC or pullulan plant-based capsules. So they are made from seaweed derivatives. So I know about it because my previous school, we conducted a research about gelatin capsules from seaweeds, and we that partnership with a certain school in General Santos, we gained grant from the Commission on Higher Education to conduct the study, and we found out that it is really feasible to do it on a mass-produced scale. Next, we have justice and equity. Research must promote social justice and fair distribution of resources. This includes fair labor practices, avoiding exploitation of workers or communities, and ensuring that the benefits of research are shared equitably across stakeholders. So what they mean is, if for example, we have a grant, if we receive a grant, the funding would be shared to the community that we conducted our study. So there is a sustainable project for them that is based on our research. So fair treatment of human subjects. So ensuring informed consent, most especially if our participants are from the vulnerable population. So like in clinical research, participants from low-income backgrounds must not be exploited for cheap recruitment. So what we are doing is we need to have informed consent given to our participants. And justice, distributing risks and benefits fairly in medical trials. Example, if testing halal vaccine, access to successful outcomes must be affordable and available not just to the wealthy people. And equity in research benefits. Research outcomes should be accessible to the society and not restricted by profit motives. So for example, developing halal certified generic medicine so poor communities can afford them, or in agriculture, promoting fair access to halal food technology like disease-resistant crops for small-scale farmers, not just for big corporations. So next we have Shura, the consultation and public participation. Research should be inclusive and involve stakeholders including local communities and religious authorities in the decision-making process. This ensures that the research reflects public interest, fosters communities' well-being, and aligns with cultural and religious values. There are certain type of researches, if you are going to study more on the culture of the people, you are going to undergo a lot of process, because even if it is a strenuous process, but those processes are there to protect the community, their religious beliefs, and their culture. So community-based participatory research involving communities in setting research priorities. For example, halal nutrition study consulting local Muslims about dietary habits before designing intervention. So what you can do as future researchers or for your future studies, you can conduct, because Indonesia had a mandatory law for halal. So what you can research about is, are the people really aware of the knowledge, skills, practices of those doing the halal program, or from the forefront, those people that are really in the production, are they really aware about the halal certification that you have? So consultation in halal certification research. So research collaborating with Sharia scholars, halal certification bodies, and industry stakeholders. For example, developing halal food product authentication technologies like DNA barcoding for meat products in consultation with religious authorities and producers. So to ensure research aligns with Sharia, global halal standards, and industry needs. And for public health research, the consulting public on health concerns and priorities. So for example, vaccine research providing Muslim community leaders in discussion about halal status and safety to reduce hesitancy. So to increase acceptance and adaptation of outcomes. So last, we have ISAN, the excellence and benevolence. The pursuit of excellence requires conducting research with the highest standards of quality, integrity, and ethical conduct. It also encompasses the principles of benevolence, which promotes humane animal treatment and compassionate behaviors towards all living creatures. So, excellence in scientific rigor, designing and conducting research for precision and transparency. For example, in halal food safety studies, ensuring robust testing to detect non-halal adulterations accurately, and excellence in peer-reviewed data sharing and reproducibility. So benevolence in public health research not only for publication but to improve lives. So that is why we are doing research. We are doing research to improve our lives, not just doing research for publication, not just doing research that it would end up on your library, not doing research for a digital footprint, but doing research to have impact in the society, to improve the lives of other people as well. So halal nutrition programs addressing malnutrition in vulnerable groups such as our children. So environmental sustainability. So to sustain halal production, we also have green technologies, investing and studying renewable energy sources like solar, bioenergy, and green buildings for halal production. So for green technologies, there is a certain place in the Philippines that their energy is from large solar panels and also from windmills. So that is an example of green technology. We can also have sustainable agriculture, researching and implementing practices like organic farming, precision agriculture, and efficient waste management systems such as vermicomposting to reduce environmental impact. So we also have waste minimization, developing methods to reduce food and waste repurposed by products into valuable resources in line with the Islamic injunction against wastefulness. So there are certain agencies that gives budget in the waste minimization program. So like the UNIDO is giving grants to countries that wanted to have waste minimization. So it is in partnership with, in our country, it is in partnership with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. So if you wanted to do waste minimization in your country, what you're going to do is apply for a grant from UNIDO, and then after the year, if you are approved, UNIDO will give you money to conduct or to have your project that you propose to them. For example, in pharmacy, we can have the take back program wherein all pharmaceuticals in the household that are expired can be collected and funded by the UNIDO for disposal, and also for to reduce the pharmaceutical waste in our environment. So it's just like that. So social equity and well-being, fair labor and business practices, studying business ethics in halal supply chains to promote fair wages, safe working conditions, and responsible business conduct, resonating with the concept of justice. We also have community development, exploring how Islamic financial instruments like zakat and wa'af can fund sustainable projects and foster economic growth and social welfare, especially for marginalized groups and women. So for community development, we can involve people from marginalized population to become our benefactors of our community development. So like waste segregation programs or livelihood programs for them. Next, we have humane animal treatment, investigating methods for animal husbandry and slaughter that minimizes stress and pain, reflecting Islam's emphasis on kindness and empathy towards animals. So before I went here and do my presentation about halal sustainability, all along I thought halal would only be about the source of the food, not just the food, but the pharmaceuticals or anything, that it must not be from pork derivatives. But when I studied about this, halal is not just like about that. It's more about its being fair and the cruelty, to reduce the cruelty. So I'm for it. So in our country, we have halal certifications for food, for pharmaceuticals, but it is not mandatory. So some of our Muslim brothers and sisters in the BARM, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in our country, they wanted to push that the halal certification must be mandatory, but other big pharmaceuticals find it expensive, and it is not for them. It does not affect a large population. Did you know? Just to share, one of my pharmacy students is working on a marginalized region in Mindanao, and they were doing community medical mission. So he is a pharmacist, is dispensing medications to those patients, and our Muslim brothers and sisters would not take medications that are made from capsules because they believe that they are made from pork derivatives. So they opted to take tablets. Even if you inform them, even if you educate them, they will not believe it because those is based on their beliefs. So I really hope that halal would be practiced here and not also in the Philippines. So for it to be inclusive to everyone, that our Muslim and brothers and sisters will not be doubt if they are taking their medication, if it's halal or not. And there are times in some restaurants in our country, our Muslim brothers and sisters would ask, is this sauce halal? So they would really look into the label. So it's not really mandatory in our country. So sometimes what they do is, based on the current, what are their ancestors doing? Is this safe for them? So they are taking it. Okay. So we have halal integrity and traceability. We have halal supply chain management, developing frameworks to manage the entire farm-to-fork process to prevent cross-contamination and maintain halal status throughout production, storage, and distribution. We have technology for traceability, investing the use of technologies like blockchain, IoT, and RFID to create secure, transparent, and immutable records for products journey from source to consumer that helps combat fraud, enhance consumer trust, and provide verifiable information on halal compliance, and also the ethical certification. Studying waste standards and improve halal certification processes, potentially integrating environmental and social criteria into certification standards to provide comprehensive assurance to our consumers. So there are major challenges. So the major challenges in halal is, first, we have regulatory inconsistencies and lack of standardization. A fragmented global landscape of halal certification bodies creates challenges for international trade and consumer trust. Research calls for harmonized internationalization standards to promote consistency and efficiency. We also have traceability and transparency issue. Ensuring halal integration across complex global supply chains is difficult to potential cross-contamination and opaque processes. This can hinder consumer confidence, particularly in logistics and food production. We also have under-research area and knowledge gaps. While research is expanding, some sectors like halal cosmetic, pharmaceuticals, and sustainable agriculture practices remains underexplored. There is also a deficit of research of using advanced quantitative methods and focus on operational level decision making. We also have cost and adaptation barriers. The perceived high cost of implementing halal certification and sustainable supply chain practices is a significant barrier for many businesses, especially to small, medium-sized enterprises. Because if you are a business owner and you are a small, medium-sized enterprise, halal certification would be expensive for you, not like the large corporations. So technological and innovations. The use of technology like blockchain, artificial intelligence, and IoT offers immense potential to enhance, these are major opportunities. So technological innovations. Nowadays, our medicine is dwelling towards artificial intelligence. There are pharmaceutical products being developed in India that are artificial intelligence. So for example, you are going to take a tablet and that tablet contains a camera that could do the minimal surgery, or a tablet that contains camera that could do diagnostic procedure, or an artificial intelligent medication that can do controlled release and sustained release in a calculated manner. So next, we have growing consumer demand. A global rise in ethical and conscious consumerism, both within and outside the Muslim community, creates a lucrative market for products that are both halal and sustainable. Next, academic collaboration. The interdisciplinary nature of the field presents an opportunity for greater collaboration among scholars like business, technology, and environmental science, and Islamic studies to develop holistic solutions. So for academic collaboration, schools like Unisba can partner with other government institutions to do academic collaboration. The school can conduct feasibility studies about the halal programs, needs assessment, so that it could be done. And also policy and government support. Governments in many countries, particularly in Southeast Asia, are actively supporting the whole industry, the halal industry, through policies, incentives, and educational initiatives. So this creates an enabling environment for research and business growth. So way back in the Philippines, it is a part of the NURA, or the budget of the DOST, to approve researches that focuses on halal production.
The time is up, Miss Kimberly.
Yeah, this is the last. So for future direction, so we could develop AI-driven models for demand forecasting, logistics, optimization, real-time halal compliance monitoring. So the developing AI-driven models could be a system that you could be able to track what companies are halal compliant, or to detect companies that are not halal compliant, investigating the effectiveness of blockchain for building transparent, trustworthy, and efficient halal verification system, expanding research into environmental and social impacts of sustainable halal practices, including waste management and circular economy models, conducting longitudinal and multi-regional studies to understand the long-term effects of sustainable halal policies on markets and consumer behavior. Wait, I'll check. So last, applying advanced methodologies like operation research and hybrid decision-making models to solve complex supply chain and optimization problems. So for this one to be feasible, you can let your students or your graduate students or your undergraduate students do a research about this. They need to create a system for halal. So what we are doing in the pharmacy field, because we are not really experts with the IT system, we hire ITs, we hire computer engineers to help the ideas of our students to be put into practice. So we also have exploring the integration of indigenous knowledge system within halal and sustainable practices, particularly in agriculture and environmental stewardship. So that is the conclusion. So thank you for listening. So I hope after this, there would be more halal sustainable research, and a lot of researches will not be left in the four corners of the library, the four corners of the journals, on the internet, but also those researches on halal that helps the community. So again, a pleasant morning to everyone. Thank you.
Okay, big applause to Miss Kimberly. Okay, thank you very much for being an inspiring and encouraging figure for the youth, especially in research area in very young age. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to continue with the third keynote speaker. Please, I invite Professor Dr. Tasya Aspiranti to go on stage. About her education background. CV, please. About her education background, she got her Bachelor of Management in Pajajaran University, and then continue her Master of Management Science in Pajajaran University also, and then continue her Doctorate in Management in Parahyangan Catholic University, Indonesia. And about her professional experience, now she currently serves as head of the Doctor in Management program at Unisba, and also teaching at the Faculty of Economic and Business. And also she serves as guest lecturer in Malaysia, Brunei, India, and Philippines, and also as a visiting professor at leading institution in India and Philippines. So the time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Asyhadu alla ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Vice Rector 2, Universitas Islam Bandung, then the Head of Research Institute, Universitas Islam Bandung, then all of deans and faculty at Universitas Islam Bandung, then distinguished speaker, Professor Aboobaker, then Miss Kimberly Jane from ACCI, then all of my distinguished lecturers and students, welcome to our BAIC Conference 2025. I permit to turn down. Okay. I want to share on from linear to circular, transforming financial and banking services in the halal ecosystem for sustainable growth. Then the implementation of halal ecosystem for sustainable growth is circular economy. Okay, next. Next. Okay, it is related with the Quran. Okay, our Quran talk for all of the sectors, for all of the things in our world. Then, in case for the circular economy, Quran said in Arab 31, Hud 85, Al-Rum 41, Al-Baqarah 267. And Anisa 29. Then next. Then also hadith supporting environmental and financial ethics. Sahih Muslim realigning with environmental and social governance principles. And we can see that Musnad Ahmad hadith really talk about the environmentally beneficial actions with lasting social impact. Then Hadith Sunan Ibnu Majah also promotes sustainable land use and development. Okay, next. Okay, this is the background on why circular economy is very important for all of countries in the world, because almost all of countries in the world has a very critical crisis because of the climate change, COVID-19 pandemic, and Russian invasion of Ukraine. Even though COVID-19 pandemic is over, then Russian invasion of Ukraine is finished, but climate change is a very serious problem now. Okay, next. Okay. We can say that climate change is really a driver to change all of the environmental situation right now. So it is need climate change adaptation policies, strategies, and plans, how to anticipate all of the climate change situation. This is a very crucial problem in all of the world. Okay. Next. Okay, this is climate change and the economy. Really, climate change impact on the source of energy, source of forestry, source of food, mining, pattern of housing, tourism, insurance, and manufacturing. Next. Then we have to say that really climate change contribute exactly to the inflation in developing Asia by food, energy, and coal price basket. We see that really climate change contributes significantly inflation rate since 2021 until 2024. And then I believe in 2025 the situation is really the same, but unfortunately I do not have yet the data, but I'm sure the inflation rate is very high, especially in Indonesia. Okay, next. Okay, we can skip this. Yeah, we can skip this. Then we can see that climate-related risk impact to the physical risk, impact to transition risk. Then physical and transition risk impact on our financial system, like market losses, credit losses, then optional risk, or all the risks of market are really impact by the climate risk. This is very crucial problems. I say again, so we have to serious to face about the climate risk. Then, so Asian countries have a strong commitment to climate change goals, like Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam has target 2030. They want to reduce the impact of climate change. Then they are concerned about the carbon pricing, then going to net zero commitments in 2060. Okay, next. Yeah, what is the problem? So we have huge problems right now. Okay, the main problem is more resources needed to accelerate economic recovery. Then we have a basic problem, increased cost of living. So more spending needed to eradicate poverty and achieve to reach SDGs in Asia since 2016 until 2030. Okay, next. Many Asia Pacific countries have the serious problem in energy, food. Then lack of energy and food really impact on the finance. It is going to be difficult finance. I know Indonesia right now has a big problem in their financial sectors. Next. What is the solution? The solution is circular economy. Circular economy as a financing sustainable business model. Okay, next. This is transition economy. Last time we have linear economy. Linear economy is taking, making, and everything that just ignore the wasted, the residual. Yeah, but in the circular economy, we have to make, use, and recycle. Okay. Next. This is a circular economic process in manufacturing, in operation system. We start to design, then manufacturing, distribution, consumption, and repair or reuse, so we can reduce the residual waste. This is the basic principle of circular economy. Okay, then why circular economy is very important for us, because we really need sustainable finance instruments towards sustainable economics. We have instruments like green bonds, we have transition bonds, then we have sustainability linkage loans and ESG investing, environmental, social, and governance investing. Then, okay. This is the contribution of circular economy to sustainable development goals. What is the contribution? Circular solutions to reduce financial risk and create business models in the renewable energy in the value chain. Next. Circular economy has been implemented by investment in many sectors. Take a look for this video. Okay. In this video, we can see that circular business models is the highest number for the investment. Then the second is circular in infrastructure. Then third is waste and recycling investment. Then circular oceans, waste or recycling. Then okay, next. How does circular economy, the financial and banking sector contribute to the sustainable growth? Okay. We have to go to green power because many people cannot access to sanitation, electricity, and drinking water. Next. Okay. This is the impact greenhouse to economic growth, emissions, social development, biodiversity, and climate change. Next. Okay. Next. Okay. Then the bank play a pivotal role in transition to a green economy. Next. Okay. This is a trend for global green finance market in the world, in green bonds, loans, investment funds, and then sustainability financial instruments. Then we can see, based on the prediction, 2033, they are going to more than 22,000 US dollar for the circle of finance in global green finance market. Then, okay, innovation and technology in green banking, we have fintech, digital platforms, big data. Next. Okay. This is Asian countries' policy in circular economy. We have very good taxonomy policy, disclosure, incentive policies, product and markets, international collaboration, and green central banking. We have to be proud as an Indonesian people because our government really seriously for the circular economy implementation. We have very good policy, especially in Indonesia and Malaysia. Okay, next. And this is the role of banking and green economy. Really, banks can control significant financial resources. Next. Okay, this is financial product like green mortgages, green bonds, sustainable investment funds, and eco-friendly insurance. Next. This is green banking emerging market is very good also. Next. This is principles of green banking, sustainable lending, green investment, energy efficient operations, and paperless banking. Okay, next. Yeah, this is benefits of green economy. Risk management can be reduced, cost reduction, customer loyalty, and attract green investors. Next. Then what is the strategies for implement green economy, adopt green lending, integrate environmental risk assessment of green products and services, engage with stakeholders and monitor and report. Next. This is the challenges about the standardization, initial cost, regulatory complexity, and awareness and education. Really, our community needs literation of circular economy. Next. This is implementation of green economy in ASEAN. Next. They have collaboration on green banking taxonomy. Next. Okay, next. Next, please, next. Okay, there are 5 principles. Taxonomy as a guidance for all ASEAN members, widely used taxonomies, then going to be beneficial to all of ASEAN members, then trade builder framework, then initiatives taken by the capital market, banking and insurance sectors. Next. Then this is the end. How is the implementation of green finance and banking in ASEAN? Okay, next. Since 2014 until 2025, really we are very serious there to implement circular economy, especially in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore. We are leader in green product of circular economy. Next. Then this is the sectors, agriculture. Okay, I have to conclude. Next. Next. This is Sukuk of Indonesia and about the carbon pricing. Next. This is potential for the carbon pricing. Next. Okay, next. This is the conclusion for my presentation. Green economy integration banking is not just a trend, but a necessary evolution. Then banks need to prioritize sustainability across all aspects. Then transitioning to green banking will ultimately drive innovation. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Tasya, for your brief presentation. And now we continue to our last keynote speakers, Mr. Riko Amir, STMT, M.Sc. Are you there, Mr. Riko?
Yes, I'm here, Ms. Moderator. Thank you very much.
Mr. Riko, are you at Zoom already?
Yes, I'm already at Zoom. Have you heard my voice?
Okay, can you hear my voice clearly, sir?
Very clear.
Okay, Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. I will highlight his CV, his education background. He got his Bachelor of Civil Engineering in 1997 and get his double master degree program from Master of Urban and Regional Planning from Institut Teknologi Bandung and combined with Master of Environmental and Infrastructure Planning of University in Groningen, Netherlands. His professional experience is, he is a professional in fiscal policy and risk management with more than 2 decades of service in the Ministry of Finance of Republic Indonesia. And also he has been entrusted with the role of Director of Budget for Human Development and Culture at the Directorate General of Budget. Your time of presentation about 20 minutes, Mr. Riko. You may proceed.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good afternoon to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished speakers, and also the Civitas Academica from the Universitas Islam Bandung. I am Riko Amir, the Director at DG Budget, Ministry of Finance, represent Mr. Luki Alfirman that cannot attending this important occasion because of budget process in Parliament. In this session, I would like to present the role of the budget in supporting the halal ecosystem and explaining budget practices in
It seems that we have
Indonesia.
an interrupted signals.
Sorry? Can you hear me
Mr.
clear?
Riko, are you still in Zoom room?
Yes? Is it clear? Let me explain about this Minister of Finance role in budgeting. The Minister of Finance acts both as a Chief Financial Officer or CFO and Chief Operating Officer or COO in Indonesia's budgeting process. As CFO, the minister prepares fiscal policy, drafts the state budget, collects revenue, and serves as the state general treasurer. And as COO, the minister prepares the ministry's own budget. Authority is delegated from the president to line ministries and agencies. And you can see in the next slide that the Indonesian budgeting practices, please go to the 6 or 7 slides. The Indonesian budgeting practices are built upon a comprehensive fiscal policy framework that ensures the effective management of public finances. The framework is guided by 3 fundamental functions as stability, distribution, and allocation. These principles are reflected in the design and implementation of state budget, which serves as a key instrument for achieving national development goals. Distribution focus on optimizing revenue through equitable taxation policies and well-targeted social assistance programs, and also emphasize fiscal decentralization to empower regional government. Allocation ensures that public spending is directed toward high-quality productive expenditures, particularly in infrastructures and human capital development. Meanwhile, macroeconomic stability is maintained through controlled deficit and debt levels, prudent financing strategies, and the development of fiscal buffers to mitigate risks such as natural disasters and economic shocks. The budgeting process, in the next slide, is governed by a robust legal and regulatory framework, including laws on state finance, national development planning, treasury management, and accountability process. These laws ensures that budgeting is synchronized with planning, implemented efficiently, and audited transparently. The process involves multiple stakeholders, including Ministry of Finance itself, the Ministry of National Development Planning, and the Parliament. The state budget is formulated through a combination of technocratic, political, and administrative process. Next slide, please. It begins with the analysis of macroeconomic assumption and development priorities, followed by the determination of fiscal capacity and alignment with government programs. The draft of the state budget is then deliberated with the Parliament before being enacted into the law. The state budget formulation cycle includes key stages such as the issuance of indicative tailings, the preparation of the government work plan, the drafting of the state budget bills, and the issuance of budget implementation document. Next slide, please. This cycle ensures that budgeting is responsive to national priorities and economic conditions throughout the fiscal years. Next slide, please. Next slide. We can skip this slide. Now, the mandatory spending rules are embedded in the budgeting framework to ensure strategic allocation. For example, a minimum of 20% of the state budget must be allocated to education as mandated by Constitution. The Village Fund by Law Number 3, 2024, and other subnational transfers are governed by specific law to support regional development. And the important things that the fiscal discipline is maintained through legal limits on the budget deficit, maximum of 3% of the GDP, and outstanding debt, maximum 60% of GDP. Next slide, please. This is the structure of the state budget, consists of 5 main components: the state revenue, state expenditure, primary balance, surplus or deficit, and financing. In terms of financing, I can give explanation that the funding resources for state budget comes from loan and government bonds. 30% of our bonds come from Sharia bonds or sukuk. The project sukuk also can funding directly to Sharia-based projects such as academic building, laboratory, Islamic office building, or kantor urusan agama in many regions, infrastructures such as roads, ports, and also railway that can be funded by Sharia-based bonds. Next slide, please. Yeah. Now, we can see that in 2026, for the halal environment, we can see that the 8 priority agendas in Indonesia's 2026 state budget draft. This can be so important that we can discuss more where is the area that the halal ecosystem can be more developed in these agendas. The first one, ensuring food security as the foundation of national self-reliances. That Indonesia must achieve self-sufficiency in staple food, especially rice and corn, to ensure price stability, farmers' prosperity, and fishermen's welfare. The second one, strengthening energy resilience for national sovereignty. That the government will support energy resilience through subsidies, tax incentives, renewable energy development, and rural electrification. The third one, building a superior generation through the nutritious meals program or makanan bergizi gratis. That we are sure that education is the most powerful tools that should be supported by this superior generation through the nutritious meals program. The fourth one, the quality education, that the government has committed 20% of the budget for education. For example, in 2026, we will fund about 757 trillion rupiah. The fifth, providing equitable and quality healthcare. The key priorities include revitalizing hospitals, tackling stunting, providing nutrition food support for mothers and toddlers, controlling infectious disease, reducing tuberculosis, offering free health checkup, and upgrading medical facilities. The sixth one, reviving the people's economy through strengthening villages. It can be through the establishing what we call the Koperasi Desa Merah Putih in every village or sub-district, empowering micro, small, medium enterprises, and boosting local economies. And the second one, strengthening total defense to safeguard national sovereignty, not only militarily, but also economically, socially, and politically. And the last one, accelerating investment and global trade. To support the halal certification in the next slide, you can see that the achievement of pre-halal certification based on the National Halal Product Assurance Organizing Body or BPJPH, Badan Penyelenggara Jaminan Produk Halal, the achievement of pre-halal certification is increased from 2021 to 2025. In 2025, targeted 1.2 million halal certificates. That can be opportunity for all sectors to develop what the halal product, not only for the food, but also the field that has been mentioned from the other speakers before. Next, that the government support, particularly with the Directorate General of Budget, supported BPJPH in its effort to achieve its target by allocating funds as follows. In 2021, the 67.9 billion rupiah and realization until 2024 increased to 335.2 billion rupiah. Again, this is the end of my presentation. I hope it will ignite discussion and together we can strengthen the halal ecosystem. And I apologize that I have to go to other discussion with the parliament. So I'm very sorry that I cannot join the Q&A session. Thank you very much. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Riko. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to continue our agenda to question and answer session or discussion about 10 until 15 minutes. Is there any question from the audience? Okay, Prof. One. Is there another question from the audience in the middle? In the right row?
Can I leave the...
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, please introduce yourself, sir, and then to whom this question addressed to. Thank you.
Okay.
That we explained earlier in the cosmetics and pharmaceutical sector in particular. And are there any difficulties?
Well, actually, in our country, thank you for that question, sir. Actually, in our country, we have halal certification, but it's not really mandatory. So, because they think it is really a burden for them. But actually, some of our companies are practicing halal. They do not just apply for certification because as a pharmacist, we are doing internships, exposure at their manufacturing firm. And I can assure you that most of the manufacturing firms that I went to do not, they are also practicing halal, but they are just not applying for certification. So nowadays, they are, for cosmetics, they are doing cruelty-free products. Most of the cosmetics that is present in the Philippines now are labeled as cruelty-free, plant-based, and the packaging that we are using, they are using right now are biodegradable, that are from cassava, that are from potatoes, so it could be disposed immediately.
Okay. For your information, Dr. Swender is Dean of Faculty of Pharmacy in Unisba, so no wonder.
Sir, we can do collaborations later. I'll talk to you.
Okay, thank you very much for the question, Mr. Swender. Is there any other question from the audience in the center or in front row? For the youth, For the student, okay. Go ahead. Please the mic on her. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
My name
wabarakatuh.
is Nabila. I'm a lecturer from Faculty of Education and Teacher Training. And thank you so much for all our speakers. It's very beautiful speakers to Prof. Tasya, Prof. Aboobaker, also Ms. Kimberly, and also Mr. Riko. I would like to ask to Ms. Kimberly, as you mentioned before, that for our future research direction, the second is about exploring the integration between indigenous people with halal sustainable. And my question is how to bridge the gap between technological people who wants to certify halal certification and also for economy with indigenous people. As we know that indigenous people is not easily to be reached because they really conservative, they have their own authority and etc. So that's all my question. How to get the bridge?
So for us in the Philippines, what we're doing is our school is located 30 minutes away from an indigenous community. So what we did is we partnered from the local government, from the Social Welfare Commission and the Commission on the Indigenous People, the NCAA, everyone that is involved with the indigenous practice. We really met with them and we really asked for help, for the permission for us to conduct the research on their practices because they are really hesitant. On the first is because all they know that we are exploiting them, we make money for them, but we are explaining to them that this research is we are doing this to help you, to preserve what you are doing, and for researches, we are going back to the practices long time ago. For example, for medicines, we are using herbal treatments. For education, for planting, we are using the indigenous practices and we're incorporating it with our partners. So what we did is first we coordinate with the local government. Once we had the support, we talked to the leaders with them, and then we really look for stakeholders like private, public companies, our government agencies. It is really hard, but if you really wanted to help, actually, if you're going to undergo the process, it's really, really hard. But if you tap the right people, if you can ask help to the right people, they could help you. What we did is we really go to private government sectors that, can you help us do this? Can you fund us so that the research will not die? And the reason why we tap agencies, private, public, and the local government is that when the research is over, they are there to follow up if it is still ongoing. So for all the researches to be sustainable, we need to involve a lot of stakeholders. Even if the research is over, the stakeholders will help the community, will still continue doing the product of our research. For example, innovations in farming, innovations in medicine, they could continue doing policies about it. They continue asking grants for it so that it would be sustainable for everyone in the community.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kimberly. Is there any question? Or maybe I would like to have a question for Mr. Aboobaker, Prof. Aboobaker. What is the example of the real implementation of halal ecosystem in mass medical college? The real implementation of halal ecosystem in your college?
I have already told you that we have constructed the building without any loan from any finance from any financing bodies. We have collected money from our members and as sadaqah. And certain personal loans are also there that we have repaid after some time. And we have got some fundraising buildings also in the cities. So we'll get the rent. That also is good for running the a building. In medical college, we are now getting money from the patients also. So that's sustainable, this thing. Okay, yeah.
Thank you very much for the answer. Now for the last opportunity, is there any question? Okay, so this is our wrap up for today's event. So ladies and gentlemen, this would be the end of our journey, and as we embark this journey together, let us remember the importance of collaboration. Oh, okay, once more? Yeah. Before you mentioned about using toxic material in building, so I want to know what, in example, maybe what kind of what the toxic material and how to handle it, like what material used to replace it.
Yeah. No, I just mentioned that subject. It is not my subject of talk. Toxic materials we will not permit. There will be testing mechanism not to permit toxic materials in the food. Okay.
So maybe the regulation, there is no permission using the toxic materials in the. Okay, is there any question? For closing session? Okay, thank you very much. As we embark on this journey together, let us remember the importance of collaboration and mutual respect. And by working together, we can achieve a better life for our communities. On behalf of our institution, Universitas Islam Bandung, I would like to express